Hello dear student, I welcome you all in this video. Today we will study poem number 3, A Tiger in the Zoo, from your first flight book. Student, before proceeding the explanation of the poem, I will give you short introduction of the poem. Student, A Tiger in the Zoo is an impressive poem written by Leslie Norris. The poem reveals contrast between a tiger in the zoo to the tiger in the natural habitat. The poem moves from the zoo to the jungle and back again to the zoo. The poet tells us that tiger feels happy and joyful in natural surroundings, but when the tiger is locked in a cage, he is full of rage and trouble. Poet gives us a message that freedom is very important for everyone, whether he may be a human being or whether it may be an animal. So student, now I will provide you word-to-word explanation of the poem. So I would like to request you all to please open your book and open poem number 3 and read the poem along with me. Student, are you ready for that? So, now I am going to explain the first stanza of the poem. He stalks in his vivid strips, the few steps of his cage, on pads of velvet quiet, in his quiet rage. Here at first I will discuss with you the difficult words of this stanza. He stalks. What is mean by stalks? Roam slowly. Roam slowly. Vivid. Vivid means clear. And vivid means clear. But here in this line, vivid means bright color. Pads. Pads means paws of tiger. Velvet. Velvet is a silky fiber. You know very well. It's a silky fabric. Quiet. Quiet matlab calm. In his, again quiet rays. It means here quiet rays means hidden anger. Quiet rage means hidden anger. Again I would repeat the stanza. He stalks in his vivid strips, the few steps of his cage, on pads of velvet quiet, in his quiet rage. In this stanza, the poet describes the appearance of the tiger. When he says he stalks in his vivid strips, the few steps of his cage. When he stalks in his vivid strips, it means here the poet describes the appearance of the tiger in the zoo and its body language. He says it moves up and down in his cage and the strips on its body seems very clear because they are in bright orange and yellow colors. Then he says the few steps of his cage. It means the tiger could only take few steps because the cage has limited place. On pads of velvet quiet, it means the tiger walks quietly on pads of velvet quiet. The tiger walks quietly without making a sound because of his smooth velvet-like paws. And then in fourth line he says in his quiet rage. In this line the poet says the tiger is full of anger but he is trying to suppress his anger. The quiet rage refers to hidden anger. So here the poet says the tiger is full of anger but he is trying to suppress his anger, hide his anger here because he knows that he is helpless in the zoo. He is helpless in the cage. Now I would like to start the next stanza, stanza number 2. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the water hole, where plump deer pass. Again, at first I will explain the difficult word of the second stanza. Here, lurking. What is mean by lurking? Lurking means remain hidden and wait for fight or wait for prey. Then the next difficult word is sliding. Sliding means moving smoothly, sliding. In Hindi we say fisalna, that is called sliding. Plump means fleshy deer. The tiger always, favorite feast of the tiger is plump, fleshy deer. एक fleshy, मोटा सा deer. Okay. So now I would explain the second stanza. In this stanza, the poet is filled with pity while looking at the locked tiger in the zoo. Here, poet imagines another life for the tiger. He says that the poor tiger should have been in his natural habitat, that is in wild, that is in jungle. He says there in his natural habitat the tiger would have been lying hidden in the darkness. When he says he should be lurking in shadow, it means in his natural habitat the tiger would have been lying hidden in darkness or shadow of the trees, and he have been moving through the long grass so that its prey will not be able to detect its movement. When he say sliding through long grass, it means he means the tiger have been moving through the long grass so that its prey will not be able to detect its movement. Then he says near the water hole where the plump deer pass. It means here in these lines, poet says when tiger remains in his natural surrounding, he would have moved near the water hole where all animals of the forest come to drink water. There near the water hole, he would be waiting for some fat deer to pass the way. Then he would be lying there in the natural habitat. He would be lying near the water hole. He would be lying here in expectation of a heavy feast. So now I stop the explanation. Today we have discussed the 2 stanzas of the poem. In the next session, I will explain the remaining 3 stanzas of the poem. So student, bye-bye. Have a nice day. Tomorrow we will discuss the remaining 3 stanzas of the poem. Thank you.